Science teacher of DP Silvani Lamaja. Dear students, in this video, we will do revision of grade 6 science chapter number 14, that is water. So, let's begin. So, your first topic of this chapter is water cycle. So, what is water cycle? Water cycle is a process through which the evaporation and condensation of the water takes place, and at the last precipitation of the water takes place in the form of the rain or snow. Okay, so what happened during the daytime when sun rays fall on the surface of the water, it gets heat up. When it gets heat up, the water gets evaporate, okay, in the form of the water vapors, and this water vapors goes up into the sky, and as it goes up to the sky, it gets cool. So that process of cool is known as the condensation. Okay, so when the evaporated or the water vapor get condensed, it forms the cloud. Okay, and after the cloud, when the clouds become heavier, then that water which is get condensed, it falls down, and that process is known as precipitation. Okay, so the water falls down in the process of rain. Okay, so what happened is sometime the precipitation takes place in the form of the hails or the snow. So what happened in that time, the waters are in the state of frozen. Okay, so this is the process of a water cycle. Now students, the water are in the three states. Okay, so the first state is the liquid, second is the gaseous, and the solid one. Okay, so in the solid form, the liquid will be in the ice. Okay, the ice is a solid form of a liquid or the solid state of a liquid. Now the next one is the liquid state of in water. So the water that we drink or we use to bath or use to wash the utensils, this is a liquid form of in water. Now what is in gaseous state of in water? Means when we heat up the water gets evaporated, and then evaporated water is known as the gaseous state of in water. So students, now all these three states of the water are interchangeable. Okay, so we can change the state of in water from ice to liquid and liquid to gas, and even we can bring it back from gas to liquid by the process of condensation. Okay, and then liquid to ice by freezing it. So students, now let's discuss the first step of a water cycle, that is evaporation. So evaporation is the process of changing the water into its vapor form, okay, when it gets heat up. So this is known as an evaporation. And generally evaporation, students, takes place in the open area, and it takes place all the time, means day and night. Step of a water cycle is condensation. What is condensation? It is a process of changing the water vapor into its liquid form. Okay, the water which after the heat up, okay, when it change into the water form into a small vapors. Okay, so when it cools down, it changes back into the liquid form. So this is known as condensation. Now your third step of water cycle is precipitation. What happens in the precipitation? When the water gets heat up and gets evaporated into the sky, and when it gets condensed, okay, when it gets condensed, then it changes into the liquid form. So in the liquid forms, they come together, okay, they come close together, and they make a big drop of in water, okay, or we can say that it makes a cloud. So when the cloud gets heavier, then what happens? It starts falling down, okay, in the form of a small droplets, and that droplets of a water is known as a rainfall. Okay, so precipitation, what happens in the precipitation? In the precipitation, rainfall takes place. Now what is in rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting, it is an activity of collecting the rain water by various means. Generally in the place where the rainfall takes place throughout the year, okay, like Kerala, Mizoram, what they do, they collect the water on their rooftop, okay, and from the rooftop they connected a drainage pipe and they connect that drain pipe to the tank. Okay, so whenever the rainfalls takes place, the water gets drainage, okay, drained up from the water from the pipe and it gets collected into the tank. So they can use it directly. They use that water directly, or they can store it or for future use. Okay. The place at where the rainfalls take place only during the monsoon season, like Delhi, Uttarakhand, okay. So at that place, it is very important to collect the rainwater. So to overcome from the water problems. So at there also, generally some of the people they collect the water on their rooftop, and from the rooftop the water get drained into the tank which they have made for the collection. Now so this is a rainwater harvesting, and generally people do what they do, they directly collect the water into their open tank. Okay, so it is very important part and we should follow it. So now students, what are the uses of the water? Water are used for bathing, for washing clothes, for washing utensils, okay, and for the drinking. Okay, we use the water for drinking, also for making the for cooking the food. Okay, and our body, dear students, our body contains 70% of water. So water is very essential for us. Now the water is also used by the animals and the plants to cool down their temperature during the summertime. And the water is also used by the plants for the process of photosynthesis, and water is also used for germinating the seeds. Okay, so these are the basic place where we use the water. Okay, now if you are using the water so much, then what are the sources of it? Okay, we need water, then only we can use it. So what are the basic sources of the water? That is in lake, river, oceans, seas, okay, and groundwater and rain, very important. Okay, so these are the basic sources of water. Okay, and these are also known as water bodies. So student, now what are the natural calamities? Okay, the condition of flooding and drought is known as natural calamities. Okay, so what happened in the drought? When the rainfall does not take place throughout the year or more than a year at any place, then what happened there? The soil loses its water by the process of evaporation, because evaporation is a continuous process, okay, which is taking place day and night. So at that time, at that place, the soil will lose its water by the process of evaporation. Okay, and if the rainfall does not take place, then what happens? The water which is evaporated from the sea or the ocean, from the lakes, okay, it not come back. Okay, so when it not come back, so the level of the water gets decreases. Okay, so when the level of the water can decreases, so the living organisms face many problems, because they will not get the enough water for their use, for drinking, for making the food. Okay, the farmers will also not get enough water so that for the farming. Okay, and the soil at where they cultivate the crops, okay, the crops or the vegetable, the soil, it loses the water and it gets drier. Okay, so at that place the farming is very difficult. Okay, so farmers also face many problems during the drought. Okay, so rainfall is very important. Raining is very important for all the living organisms and for their survival. Now the second natural calamity is the flooding. Now what happened? At some places what happened? The rainfall takes place too much. Okay, more than its normal condition. Okay, takes place so much that the level of the ocean, seas or the river, it gets rise up, and when it gets rise up, what happens? It spreads all over the cities. So at that time जो वाटर का जो लेवल है आपके ओशन में, सीज में या फिर रिवर में, तो वो क्या होता है, राइज अप हो जाते हैं, और जो सॉइल में भी जो वाटर है वो ऑल्सो बढ़ जाता है. सो व्हाट हैपन, इवेपोरेशन उतना नहीं होता एंड आपको जो वाटर है, जो एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ द वाटर है वो आपके सिटीज़ में स्प्रेड हो जाता है एंड एट दैट टाइम द फ्लड टेक्स प्लेस. फ्लड को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं, बाढ़. ओके, so dear student, your next topic is water conservation. Okay, so it is very important to take care that water should not get wasted. Okay, because it is a very important and very essential part for all the living life, or we can say living organisms. Okay, so what we do, we often water the gardens through the water which is supplied by the corporation for our drinking, for making the foods, for our use. Okay, but we should avoid it, we should not do that. We can, instead of the water which is supplied by the corporation, we can use the water which is being which we already use to wash the vegetables or the fruits. Okay, so we can use that one water. Okay, so instead of wasting that also, it can be bring into the use. Okay, and we also use we generally wash our vehicles by using the hose pipe. So we should avoid this also, because through the hose pipe the water gets wasted. Instead of being used, it gets wasted more. So for washing the vehicles, we can use bucket. Okay, instead of that hose pipe. And dear students, there are many things, many process through which we can collect the water. Okay, which is known as an harvesting, water harvesting. So it is. So student, I have explained you that the water, the uses of the water. Okay, and the water is very essential for all the living organisms, and daily we are using it. Okay, the water cycle is also taking place, and rainfall. Okay, it is also very important. So if we are using the water, okay, for the various purposes, and there is so much population, okay, all over the world, so everyone is using, every person is using the water, the animals are drinking the water. So can you imagine that how much water is available on earth? So let's see how much amount of the water is available on earth, and how much of the water is sufficient or good for using. Okay, generally there is a small amount of water which we can use, or we can say is fit for us. So let's see and let's understand it with the help of a diagram.
So dear students, in this diagram you can see that our earth is covered with water, that is 71% of earth is covered with water. So this is the percentage of water on the earth. How much it is? That is 71% of earth is covered with water, and that's why our earth is known as a blue planet. Okay, Now in this video you can see that the fresh water versus salt water diagram. Okay, now as I told you that 71% of uh, earth is covered with water, so in that 3% is the fresh water and 97% is the salty water. Okay, now out of 3%, if we consider as a 100%, then 70% of it is used for the agricultural needs, 8% for domestic needs, and 22% of industrial needs. Okay, मीन्स जो 3% जो वाटर है, जो फ्रेश वाटर जो फिट है हमारे यूज़ के लिए, उसमें से 8% जो हमारे डोमेस्टिक नीड्स में यूज़ होते हैं फॉर बाथिंग, ड्रिंकिंग, वॉशिंग क्लोथ्स, okay, and for extra other use, and 22 for the industrial needs and 70% for the agricultural needs. Okay.
So student, now your chapter is ended up here. Now in the next video we will do revision of our new chapter. Okay, so till then keep learning, stay safe and stay happy.